Good morning. Had a good night's sleep at Blackrock Shelter. I'll probably remember that forever. Jennifer and Hardway were there. Hardway got his trail name from an old Jim Croce song. I had never heard it. He played it for us. I'd never heard it. Apparently it's one of his obscure songs. He was gone this morning, real quiet. I heard a little bit of rustling and stuff, but that was it. And so he's gone, and now I've got 13.2 to 13.2 to get to Pinefield Shelter. I checked the forecast, 20% chance of rain at 2 o'clock. This is 7 a.m. in the morning, and I probably have, I don't know, 8, 9 hours of hiking to do probably to get there at 1.5 miles an hour. And so I might get wet today. So I'm gonna get moving, and don't want to get my hair wet because it takes 2-3 minutes for it to dry. So I want to get into the shelter as soon as I can. See you up the trail. I could turn right and go to the summit, but I got miles to make today. So I'll have to leave this trail for another day.
It's in our blood. Have a good one.
You too. Came into a group of scouts up here. Blackrock Peak, I think it's called. Sunrise was more than half an hour ago probably, but that's okay. In Shenandoah National Park, you're going to see these cement holes, and I don't know if I can focus in so you can actually read it, but it tells you Appalachian Trail, south or north. You don't get confused that way. Down behind here is a trail down to the parking lot. We're not going to go parking. We got hiking to do today. That way.
We're going to do a 5K.
Well, I just left Blackrock Peak, and I wanted to share right away one of my roses for today. Of course, the view is beautiful from there. Tiny bit hazy, but no, it was really beautiful. You could see several mountain ranges going into the distance. The big rose, though, ran into a Scouts BSA troop. Boy, I'll bet they had 8 leaders and 10, 12 more scouts, all the way from brand new scouts who had just joined all the way up to Eagles. Just a wonderful program. Kids get outdoors. They learn, to be moral and ethical leaders. It's people don't realize that scouting isn't just a outdoor backpacking, hiking type of club. It's a leadership program. These kids learn how to be leaders. They start with being a patrol leader of maybe 6 kids. They don't know what they're doing, but that's fine. They learn. They make mistakes. It's a safe environment in which to make mistakes. And they move up to be assistant senior patrol leader, senior patrol leader. Even they can get into the Order of the Arrow, which is boy, I don't want to say it the wrong way, but it's like an honor society for scouts. You have to basically earn your way in there in the opinion of others. So, great program. And so, if you do have a chance to support them or get involved even, if you're watching this, that means you're enjoying backpacking, hiking, outdoor stuff. Take some of that enthusiasm, spread it towards the scouts. You don't have to donate lots of time, a couple things a year. They'd be glad to have you. So I gotta keep moving here. I got probably 12.5 miles left to go today, and rain is forecasted in just a few hours, so I'm gonna keep moving. I know I've told you about the different kinds of blazing in the past, and maybe I'll do a recap sometime, but early in the morning like this, leaving the camp at about 7, you end up silk blazing, which is a strand of the silk across your face once in a while. And just a few yards ago, I got a full face full of it. I must have hit the exact center of a beautiful spider web. I never saw it coming. All of a sudden, I had silk all over my face, like my nose hit the middle of it. So that's an icky part. The rest of this is pretty good out here. There are lots of signs saying that there's bears active in this area. I don't know. Do you see any signs of bear activity? I'm going to bear right and follow the trail. Here's the Dundo picnic area, and that's not an ice cream shop. See that big chimney coming out of there? If you're experienced, you know what that is. And I'm just guessing, but they're obviously camping, and this could be where the scout troop is camping. The one that I met up on top of Blackrock Peak. Don't know. I got miles to make. Going back down into the woods. It's about 150 feet, kind of up that trail to get to here. 150 feet back down to get to the Appalachian Trail. That's where I'm going. Come along.
Meep, meep.
We're at Brown Gap, and that flat, smooth, beautiful trail has now become a flat, smooth, sharply inclined trail. So we'll be breathing heavy at the top of this.
Meep, meep.
Watch out, Roadrunner. Roadrunner, yeah, might be the Wile E. Coyote up there. I was thinking this fence would be a real good place to take a PAX off break. I've been going for about 2 hours, and then I saw this and I jumped, and then I realized I probably don't need to worry about him. Who says the Appalachian Trail is just a green tunnel? Here we are at Doyle's River Overlook. And as I peer out through the haze, I think I can identify about 10 ridges. And 12 or 13 is about the best I've ever done. So today is not too bad in terms of what we can see out there. Beautiful view. We're climbing the trees over a cliff, or why the rescue people need to be sent out here to save somebody who is their own worst enemy. Keep your feet on the ground. If you're looking to head into the Loft Mountain Camp Store, wait till you see the actual cement pillar with Loft Mountain Camp Store on it. There is a fake one about halfway. Oh, sorry, not halfway. Yeah, about half mile back. That it just leads in the middle of the campground. You want this one that leads up the trail to the camp store. The little that's pointed here at the Loft Mountain Camp Store. Everything you might want, except Diet Mountain Dew. Talked with the hiker the other night that was eating this. It was really good. But that's your selections here for freeze-dried food. You got cute little dogs. The Loft Mountain Camp Store is not the place to get your blackberry shake. It's more of a convenience store, maybe a gas station plus, that's about it. But I got my ice cream, no Diet Mountain Dew. So the Appalachian Trail north goes this way. Just to confuse things, here's a double blaze, a white and a blue. And the blue blazes tend to be spurs, shortcuts, scenic options. So what's going on here? I just talked with a day hiker, and there's apparently a circular trail here. And I don't know what it's called. We didn't go into the depth of it. But they're following that trail, which took them out to the peak. And I'll show you those pictures in a second. Sure, I can provide any more arguments for why you should hike the Shenandoah National Park. Maybe there's more. I want to share with you something I learned just, I don't know, a week or week and a half ago. I thought that when they painted the blazes on the trees, they came through with, I don't know, a paintbrush or a roller with some white paint on it, of course, and then stick it on the tree. Actually, let me see if I can do this. What they end up doing, depending on the bark, is they scrape the bark smooth, or at least scrape away the loose stuff, and then paint it. If you just painted the rough bark, it would wear off and fall off. You have to actually get down to some solid bark and then paint the blaze. Minor difference, but it sure wasn't something I knew about. I've never seen anybody paint the blaze. If you know of a video or something, share it down below. Be kind of interesting to see how they do it. Greetings from the Pinefield Shelter. It's gonna get down to about 50 degrees tonight Fahrenheit, maybe 10 Celsius. I'm okay though, I'll be comfortable. The day's hike was pretty long, 13 miles. I've got two 13-mile days behind me. In fact, one was almost 14. And near the end of the trip, I've got a 15-mile day. And I'm looking at that now, seriously. That just might be more than I want to bite off. Early in a trip, you really want to stay closer to 10 miles. And that's where I start seeing myself start to falter, is at about 10 miles, and that last 3 miles is pretty tough. Though I did have some roses today. Got some ice cream at the Loft Mountain Camp Store. Now keep in mind, this Loft Mountain Camp Store is intended for RV campers and car campers and not intended for us. The wall of dehydrated food, I believe there are 6 meals on there. 6. Not 6 different types, 6 different flavors, anything like that. 6. They did have ice cream, so I latched onto some ice cream. They don't have the blackberry milkshake. That's at the Wayside. It's not here at the Loft Mountain store, camp store. Had several nice conversations with different couples. Of course, I started out the morning with Hardway and with Jennifer. We were at the Blackrock Shelter last night together. That was real nice. We're about the same age, probably within 10 years. Hardway got his name from the Jim Croce song Hardway. And tonight I'm here with Sunset and NatGeo, and they hadn't heard of Jim Croce, let alone any of his songs. So I did play a couple off of my phone, because I have all the oldies and goodies on here, including Barry Manilow and ABBA, but I also get into Pink and Bruno Mars. I've got everybody on here. So for the roses, nice people, and it was nice weather. It did rain for a little bit, but it's a few sprinkles. No big deal. Buds, I'm looking forward to an 8-mile day tomorrow. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. That's too small, too short, and they really resist stealth camping here. And so I just want to take that into consideration. I want to follow the rules. But I also, if I could take a bite into that 15-mile day somehow, I sure would like to. And in terms of thorns, I think I got my standard one. I'm just not hiking as strong and as fast as I'd like. I'm going like 1.74 miles. Okay, so I used a calculator. I didn't do that in my head. Doing 1.74 miles per hour. And I'd really rather be up over 2 doing this. And of course, with a 43-pound pack, it's probably down towards 40 now with the food I've eaten. I just don't know if I can go any faster. And so I've got to look into my pack again, and maybe have some friends get harsh with me and tell me what to leave home. But I sure don't know what I could leave home that would be significant to leave out, to bring out 5 pounds or even to bring out 10 pounds. I just don't know what's in there that I could leave. But otherwise, I mentioned earlier in the video, one of my roses was coming across that large scout troop on Blackrock Peak. Just fantastic. The kids were great. All the ranks were there. A kid that had just joined through tenderfoot and scout, and all the ranks all the way up to a kid who had just earned his eagle. Fantastic. So when I was working at interview people, if someone was an Eagle Scout, they would get an interview. They wouldn't always get the job, but they always got an interview. And the people that get through and earn the Eagle rank, they're special people. They might not have the skills that you're looking for, but they've got the skills that would make them good employees if they have the skills that you're looking for. So enough on Scouts BSA and advertising. They don't send me any money. And tomorrow, 8-mile day. See you at the end of that.